One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations at USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them there.
Now on first down from the 28. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Try to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Alexander. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And this is why check downs are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Finds a man on the left. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
The RPO, it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. In the red area, it's Alexander. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd knows when to bring it. To throw, it's Mayava. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Trojans! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's St. Clair. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Caught over the middle. It's Reynolds. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Finds his man, it's Reynolds. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field.
They just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for you.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Going to swing it on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Reynolds. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down.
He caught it! And he slipped through the ground, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Penn State!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Mayaba. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Here's the pressure.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From his ends, a lot of room to throw downfield. Caught in the backfield, it's Alexander. They got him before he gets the first down marker, and the screen does not deliver.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
The Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Quickly to the tight end. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Mayava. Dances away. Grabbed over the middle, it's Alexander. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Gives it on the option. Turning it on. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. They want to throw it. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to throw at St. Clair. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Running through contact. Touchdown, Trojans. He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
That's why, as a defense, you have to gang tackle this guy. You've got to bring multiple bodies to the party because he's just way too strong of a runner. It's too hard to tackle this guy one-on-one, David.
And how about the running back, man? That's a grown man. Like, you can tell, once he gets his feet moving, he is hard to bring down, breaking tackles, making plays. This is a guy that doesn't need a great offensive line because he continues to make plays even when they're not there to be made.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, they got the completion there, and it didn't go very far, but the big fella with a nice catch.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. The toss to the outside. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get to the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to meet in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Kent State is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Josh Cribbs should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to the Red Hawks of Miami. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early. He's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete. But if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. And the Trojans in the hurry-up.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Finds the tight end. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wide receiver going in motion. Going right to work up top. Fires left. That's caught. It's Reynolds.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Got a man. It's Martin. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Hunter. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. On the run, it's Martin. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Penn State! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Presley. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Hauls it in. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
And the Trojans will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. On the ground, it's Alexander. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Alexander. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Dropping back. It's Mayaba. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Martin. Finds a little space. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
The Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Fires on the move. He makes the catch. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Motion from the back. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. The Trojans want to crank the tempo.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, USC.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Here's a hit. Takes a hit as he fires.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads to the right. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick,
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on 1st down. The give on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
and man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the catch. It's Alexander. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. It's Mayaba. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And the Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Saunders. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense...
He's got it inside the 15. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's St. Clair. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, and that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And big-time play by this defensive line. Setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the 4th down now. I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
On the direct snap, it's Martin. Now the toss. Touchdown, Penn State! Great job by the back on the option. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And you got to be so disciplined when you play the option. You got to keep your eyes on your guy. They lost track of the pitch man. The quarterback pitches it to him. He takes it in the house. Got to be a little bit more sound on defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Kent State has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 17 to the Red Hawks of Miami. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
USC 14.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires one high and deep. Snatches it on the run. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down. First play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
To the air, it's Mayava. Grabbed in the middle, it's Dahl. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Gets rid of it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Sends it downfield. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. At this point, the way things have gone in this one, they're probably not surprised. You make a play, and they wipe it out on the penalty. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Throwing on the run. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet. The Trojans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and
that is interception number 3 on the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Takes the handoff. It's Hayes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. It's a seam wide open. He was oh so close to wrapping up this third quarter with a score. What a play to finish off the period. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to him again. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense.
Thanks going for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Gain of 22. And that's a first down for the offense.
The corners are walked up tight. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field.
Base 27 jump.
Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. A lot of urgency for this offense.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Rush is on him. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Jackson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Jordan. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo with the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. I guess the good news on that penalty is at least the defense didn't have to back up that far. It's still 1st and goal. Power ahead. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. He'll pull it on the read. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Snap to the back. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.